Hey everybody, happy Monday as usual. Unfortunately, I couldn't do this last week because my brain was cranking after working with Linn for a day, which was insane to say the least. So that's why you guys, last week I had to take a break. Last week, I felt like I learned so much in one day, and also the fact that we never stopped all day. I mean, I didn't even get Gemma out of the crate out of the back of my car, and Linn was like, wait a second, let me show you something. So we do that. We get inside. I didn't even have the gate opened into the dog area. I had my backpack on, and Linn goes, wait, hold on. And that is honestly where the week started. And it did not stop until I dropped him off at the airport on Friday night. I mean, it was pretty crazy. We had a couple of nights. I guess there was one night that was really late, just talking dog world stuff. And it's so refreshing to be able to have somebody to talk to about that kind of stuff that's either been through it, going through it, has the experience. Like, it is just amazing stuff. So before I get too deep into it though, you guys, as far as tonight is concerned, obviously going to kind of touch on my experience with Linn for the week, and also the giveaway that I'm doing at the end of this. So the giveaway tonight, you guys, is the fact that you guys can come just spend a day with us and the dogs in the group and have some fun with dogs. It's obviously up to you. It's your responsibility to get to us wherever you're coming from, and you'll be able to spend the day with us. Everybody always says, God, I just want to walk in there and spend the day with you guys. Well, guess what? Now's your chance. So the giveaway will be at the end. I have a question for you to answer, and I'll give it to you at the end. But it'll be pretty. I think it'll be a good one. I think it'll be easy. So you're gonna have to be quick with your typing too. So that's the deal with that. So that will be coming at the end. And hello to everybody that just jumped on. I love that you guys always say hello when you jump on too. So Linda, Michelle, and Danielle, and Renee, and Kelly, and Tabitha, and Karen, you guys, this is great. Great. Okay. You guys, here's the thing, and I think you've probably heard me talk about this, and this is my roots part of it. And I am going to get to some of the questions here, but you know, we missed a week, so I feel like I just kind of want to review on things. So for those of you that don't know, Linn Boki was working with us. I hired him to come out to teach us. Teach is an understatement. I mean, that's like a very, pardon the pun, elementary version of what he actually did. That's a whole nother subject on its own. So I've always wanted to learn dog psychology, but not at the dog whisperer level. Okay, so there was like the dog whisperer level down here. Then there was the training Caesar's way level, where I went to that 5-day workshop, me and 40 some odd other people from around the world, to see Caesar work. That was like here. And working with Linn at our place, you can't even see this, it's out of the screen, was up here. Like, insane the amount of stuff that he was showing us about dog psychology, and everything that goes along with it. And there was so much to it, you guys. I always felt like I was knee deep into the dog training world. You know, like 11 years, you're in it. You're not a veteran. I don't consider myself an expert. You're not a guru. You're not a master, nothing. But I just felt like I was knee deep into it. After this week, it made me feel like my toe was touching the water. I mean, seriously, it is so deep the way this stuff goes. The other part of it too is that there's so much more to go with it too. You know, there's so much more to go. So as much as I say my toes touching the water, like I haven't even gotten into the, like, down the steps into the pool, the shallow end, the deep end, like nothing, none of that yet. So, so much to learn and so much to practice. So I am looking forward to it, and only time is going to help me with that. But you guys, when I was doing this business out of my house, I had created, like, look, Dog Whisperer was my influence. So you create a pack, right? You have a core, you have your own dogs, foster dogs, whatever, daycare dogs, boarding dogs. And I didn't realize what I was doing and how I was doing it until last week. Honestly, I had my core group of dogs. I had it to the point where down here in my basement, I could feed 15 dogs at a time and you could almost hear a pin drop. And obviously it was very cool for me to be able to do that, from my perspective, to be able to control that scenario. And the more I got into things, the more I got away from my roots. And I didn't like to get away from my roots, but it just happened. And that's okay, because I've learned, and I've learned some other ways. I've learned some good ways, and I've learned some ways that I'm not particularly fond of. But you guys, you have to go with your instincts. No matter what you do, I got away from mine. And I don't want you guys to make that same mistake either with your dogs or whatever career or outside of dogs. I'm not going to go down that road. But you got to follow your instincts and what you feel is right for you. Just try one day. Here's my big challenge for you this week. Pick one day and just make every decision you make what your instinct says. Not the 30,000 thoughts going on up here. What it says down here in your gut. What you should do. You take a moment and you maybe take a deep breath and you go, okay, here's my decision. Boom. Something's going to tell you to move in a certain direction or to make a certain decision. Okay? Look, I'm not saying everything will be right when you do that, you guys. That's not life, but it's instinctual. We have to get back in line with that. And when you're working with animals and working with your dogs, instinctual. That is the best way to move and to work with them. I think we get in our heads of, I gotta do sit, I gotta do stay, head, ears, tail, mouth, tongue, eyes. Like it's paralysis through analysis, okay? And it's so easy to go down that road. I've been guilty of it. So please don't think I'm pointing fingers here, because I've been through that part of it. So the cool part of this past week with Linn is that I had a version of what he was teaching us at the nth degree. I had a version of that here. So I can't tell you how excited I am to be able to get back to that and to be able to build around it at a much broader scale. Like being able to scale this business up from where I was here of taking care of 10 to 15 dogs a day. Now we're doing 20 to 30 dogs a day with a staff and being able to work with training dogs too. So I am looking forward to being able to take a dog in and work with it and really in a different way of what I used to, and really bringing it to be a part of the group and the pack and whatever term you want to use to describe a group of dogs. I'm not getting into that tonight. So for now, I'm just going to call it a pack. And it's just an amazing experience to see dogs transform in front of you. From a behavior that they did to now, we're giving them some guidance and to see the changes in them. And Linn showed us how to do those, how to make those changes and how to influence them and how to work through certain issues that they're showing us. So again, you guys, and Linn has a great podcast. It's called Beyond the Dog. I will tell you, it is deeper about dogs than you probably ever knew existed. I have to sit there, and I told him this, to sit there and listen to the podcast. It is so deep. My brain does not work well that way at all. My brain needs to see it in front of me. I need to see it work. And then I need to see how I can apply it and see how it feels when I do it, and be directed and taught how to do it as well. So as much as I'm the teacher to my staff 365 days of the year, last week I was the student. That's all there is to it. And that's a big step to take, to be that position in front of your staff. I'm very proud of how I was able to not have an issue with that. I'm very proud of my staff and what they did. It was fantastic. We just welcomed him in with open arms. We put everything into effect that he showed us. I mean, it was great the way that it worked. So, my head was spinning. I mean, I literally felt, like Beetlejuice, where his head just spins and his body doesn't move. That's what I felt like Monday night. That's all there is to it. I just couldn't even get the words in to focus, to even process what I saw, how I saw it, and what to do with it. It was just mind-boggling. So here's the thing, and I want you guys to know this because I'm going through this as well. I have a lot of brand new processes in my head, okay? And It's good and bad. Good because it makes me excited for what to do, right? I mean, it's like, I'm excited. Bad because it's all brand new. It's going to be very difficult for me to advise you guys on issues that you have, behavioral and what to do. But I will be able to tell you the stuff. You know, there is stuff that I did previous to last week that was very successful stuff. So I'm still going to be able to help you there. But I just want you guys to know when the stuff starts to get deep, I can't advise you on something that I just learned. Do you know what I mean? You know, for our training clients that we have here now, I think it's different because we're seeing the dogs. We worked with them. We understand that's in front of me. And again, that's my grasp. So when I hear a podcast and I can't see it, that's what I mean. It's hard to grasp. But when I see a dog in front of me and then I have these techniques that I'm learning and I'm practicing, then it's much easier for me to go, okay, this is what I'm feeling off of this. These are my instincts when I'm looking at this dog. And that makes a big difference. So for you guys, join me on this journey, you guys. I'm going to be learning and, again, documenting some of this stuff. I have a really cool technique, this pack-it-in technique that Linn taught us, and I'm going to be showing you guys when I do the live stream of our daycare group, which is a very cool concept. And I'm excited to get the group of dogs back together again with that vibe of what I created before, but with the knowledge of what Linn taught us. So I am, it's like I can take a deep breath again. It's like I feel relieved. Because I know how to do a little part of this, and I know that we can build on it and then go from there. So Corey, we actually did record a podcast together. It's looking to be released Wednesday, Thursday this week at some point. And it's about an hour and 40 minutes. And it's just like a nice, I'm going to call it a sit down with Linn Boki, because we were just sitting down. It was the end of the week. We'd both gone through so much through the week. So this was like almost like a decompress, like a brain dump of everything that we just kind of went through. So it was pretty amazing. Just an amazing week. Just pretty amazing. So guys, I'm getting back to my roots. Which is what built this business to what it is today. And already Linn has been more than respectful, sensitive to both the dogs, my needs, my staff's needs. It's been fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better guy to come out and work with us. I really couldn't. I mean, he told it like it is. It's straight and narrow. There's no sugarcoating, and that's the way it is. And hey, you know what you're gonna get. You know what you're gonna get. If he ever comes out again, I know exactly what I'm going to get. There is no doubt about it. So hopefully someday, and we're working on it. Hopefully someday. So now into the questions. So one of the questions was, what do you do with like a rude neighbor? Or somebody, I think it was Dave, said, what do you say to your neighbors when they tell you that you should put your dog down and he's even wearing a muzzle? I mean, just short of being and making a rude comment, which, here's the thing. You cannot worry about keeping up with the Joneses when you are working with your dog. I can't tell you how many, like that might be, as a trainer, my worst enemy is the client's neighbors. Because the client's neighbors will say, why are you doing that? You don't need to do that, because their dog is fine, right? Obviously the clients that come to me with the training or with the issues for that need help with their issues for their dogs, and we're training them, they have those issues that they want to work through. And maybe the client, or maybe the neighbor's dogs don't. But those neighbors, or sometimes family, are the worst enemy, because it's, why are you doing that? That doesn't make any sense. Or, I don't do that with my dog and he doesn't do that. You have to look at the environment of what these dogs are being brought up in, the personality, the energy levels. I mean, there are so many factors that go into this that you guys just focus on your dogs. those neighbors and what those neighbors are saying to you and what they're doing, do not try to keep up with them. You're letting them get into your head, and that is not following your instincts. You have to be a voice for your dog. As somebody said, you have to be a voice for the voiceless or something like that. And I don't know who that is. So if somebody listens to this and says it was them, then put your name up. So you have to be a voice. But the other part of it too is they don't know what your house rules are. They don't know what your structure is. They don't know the needs that your dogs have. So it gets very, very difficult. At the end of the day, when you put your head on the pillow, if you can look at it and say, yeah, I did the best I could with my dog today. I fulfilled them. I walked them. Whatever the case may be. I did a little research on it. Whatever the case is. You guys are the ones that have to put in the work, just like I have to put in the work. You guys, you putting in the work with your dog is no different than me putting in the work, hiring a trainer from across the country to come and work with my entire staff for 7 days. It's not cheap, but I need to learn, okay? I need to put my right foot in front of the other, take the initiative, and know that this knowledge that I'm going to get is going to exponentially pay off to dogs for maybe generations, for the families that we're helping and their friends, and it's just a different mindset. So do not focus on those neighbors. That is negativity that you do not need. If you have family that's putting pressure on you, there's a couple of things that you can say. One is, please do not hinder me. Okay? Or and I thought, and this is Lynn's, by the way, and I told him I was going to use it, I think. If not, Linn, I'm going to use it. A lot of times there are spouses where the dog will act a certain way for the wife and act a certain way for the husband. And one of them will pipe up and go, well, that dog doesn't do it for me. And so if you think about it, if the dog is reacting a certain way and doing everything that you want it to do for the wife, but the husband is struggling, why wouldn't the wife tell the husband and share the knowledge of how they're able to get the dog to do what they need it to do, rather than saying, hey, you can't do it, I can do it. You see what I mean? There has to be a communication here. There has to be a consistency. And there has to be a compromise of what to do with the dog. So you focus on your dog. You do not focus on family. You do not focus on the neighbors that are negative about your dog. Let it go. They do not know what you are going through. They are not living with you and your dog 24/7, so they're not experiencing it. So you let it go. I don't think we've ever talked about this before, but it's just one of those situations. Kids, like young kids, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's like, why is the dog in the crate? Even if it's sleeping at night, the dog doesn't need to be in the crate. I mean, and we've had some clients who are giving in to their 2 and 3-year-old because they didn't feel good about their dog being in the crate. So I get it. It's tough. But sticking to your guns and creating what you want out of your dog takes time. Just be patient with yourself and be patient with what you're trying to create as well. I mean, we are all learning as we're going here. Doesn't matter if you guys are learning from me, I'm learning from Linn. Like, we are all learning from each other, and we're all trying to help each other, and that's a part of it. So it does not stop at all. It's ongoing. This is why we get dogs. We love them, and sometimes they give us a hard time, or sometimes we shake our head, or sometimes we laugh at them. I mean, they're wonderful, wonderful animals, and this is where you just got to stick to your guns and keep that positivity and follow your instincts, and then you can get through everything. So, but a great question. Great question. So I've got to look. There was, I'm so sorry, I forgot whose name. I didn't write it down. But somebody asked me a question about healing. And I thought this was pretty interesting. And if you're on, I'm going to look it up super duper quick while I'm talking here. If you're watching this, whoever wrote this question about healing, can you just give me a heads up that you are? Because I thought this was an interesting question, because you guys, if you know me, you probably know that I have not taught you how to teach your dog to heal. And I think that's important too. Does anybody know why, you know, I wouldn't teach heel? I'd be kind of curious. I mean, it's one of those, geez, my computer is not wanting to, okay, well, I can't look it up. Robin, it was you asking about the heel thing? Yeah? That's great. Okay. Here's the thing with the heel. There's a big difference between your dog and heeling, to me, and this is my opinion. Just bear with me for a second. There is a huge difference between getting your dog to heel and taking your dog for a walk. The one major difference is state of mind. Heel is a position. Just a position for the body. Taking your dog for a walk is a migration. It's a state of mind. And it's a state of mind that we want to maintain. A dog can heel, but and to be in that state of mind of like just knowing it has to be in this position next to its owner while we're walking. Like you say heel, the dog comes right into this spot. It's a command. It's no different than place, sit, roll over, play dead. It just puts the dog's body in a position. To me, that's just my opinion. So instead, I want to get that calmer state of mind first. You're getting a lot of pulling because even teaching your dog to heel is going to take some time to get their state of mind back to where you are. So I would focus more on where that dog is when you grab the leash in the house and how excited he is during all that, or she. That's what I want to work on, is creating a calm state of mind before you even leave the house. When you grab the leash, the walk has started. It doesn't matter. You guys, the walk does not start at the end of the driveway, off the deck, out the front door. No, it starts inside. And that's where I want to create that calm mindset. You got to be able to put your leash on a dog with them standing there and not jumping all over the place. And you're trying to get the leash on and it's chaos. Then you go outside and your dog's pulling you down the road. Like it doesn't work that is terrible. I mean, terrible to try to deal with just because they get so intense with everything. So I would work on mindset way over body position. Way over body position. You create a calmer state of mind, the body position will follow. That's all there is to it. If you think about it, when the mind is tired, what does it have to do? It has to rest. So what does the rest of the body do? It rests. You see, so we're trying to work up here with the rest of the body. Neck up, neck down. They can be very separate, but they can be very together and very in sync too. So that's what I would work on, Robin, is a very calm state of mind. And look, chances are it's not probably just going on with the walk. There might be some other factors during the day that are causing a lot of excitement, but that's really what it boils down to. And that might be a good video for me to do at some point too, is to take a really excited dog and calm it down before I even take it for a walk, to show you that kind of a process. So I might try to do that at some point if I remember. Remembering now, I can't remember last week, let alone everything else that's going on. Okay, let's see, what else did I have? Yeah, somebody was asking about a muzzle training video. I'd be more than happy to put that up. I did a live feed. I almost switched that over. You'll have to scroll back. I just came across it, I think it was last week. I did a live feed on helping a dog get used to a muzzle. I think it was May 21st. You're gonna have to scroll through all these videos because I've got to snag it and put it up on my YouTube channel so you guys can see it there a lot easier and a lot quicker than scrolling back. But yeah, the muzzle stuff is huge. And we watched Linn do some of it this past week too. So I think I'll be able to share some of that with you guys as well. But yeah, muzzling helps. We had 3 or 4 dogs on muzzle, I think maybe one of the days last week. How else are they going to socialize if they don't have a muzzle on? If they're reactive? Like, we got to keep dogs safe. I can't put my other clients' dogs at risk with just taking a dog in, you know, with all that reactivity. And then there was another question about food aggression too. And I think it's important, you guys, when it comes to food aggression, where the dog is actually like we're showing teeth and baring and snapping and clicking teeth, you need professional help. That's really what it's all about. You need that professional help. So for the person that wrote this, just message me. I'll try to find somebody for you in your area that can help you with the food aggression. Somebody messaged me today and is in Cleveland or just outside of Cleveland because she needs some help with her dog, and I'm in the midst. I've got some feelers out now trying to find a trainer. So this is, again, you guys, you don't have to be in my little neck of the woods in northern Vermont for me to be able to help you or try to find somebody. My network is growing, especially with all these podcast things that are going on. So don't be afraid to just reach out and say, hey, I need some help. I'm in wherever, and I can certainly try to find somebody that's in your area to help you out, because I love being able to do that. Kind of get a little bit of a high off being able to do that. So, Corey, what if the dog seems relatively calm most of the time but pulls every so often? Honestly, he may not be calm, or I would just do a little leash work, just a little leash correction to the side, just enough to get your dog's attention. That's all. That's like tweaking stuff. That's not anything major by any means. But you guys, I'm so thrilled about the upcoming weeks. I'm so excited. I think we're going to be able to help out dogs to a way deeper level than we ever have, and I am just so thrilled to be able to do that and to get back to where I want to go with this, and where it can be and what it can lead to as far as being able to help dog owners and their dogs to a much deeper level. Deep doesn't even, like, I don't feel like deep even gives this what it actually is. It's pretty amazing. Robin, do I have a video on leash work? I do. You'll have to look up the Dog Trainer Daily stuff on YouTube. It's probably going to be early. I've got them numbered. There's like 100 to 140 of them. It's under 100. And it might say something like long line work or something along those lines, but it's somewhere on there, Robin. You may have to just dig just a little bit, but the channel is Vermont Dog Trainer. So, okay, here goes. You guys ready for the giveaway? So, again, I'm giving away just a day for you guys to come out and spend with us. It's going to be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. You'll be able to come out, spend some time with us, just with the dogs, and just kind of hang with us. You get to be a part of our world for the day. You obviously have to pay to get to our place if you are not from here. And yeah, I think it'll be an amazing experience. I love doing this. I think I've got one I'd given away previously. She hasn't come yet. She comes this week, and that'll be fun. And we are now over 5,000 likes on our page. 5,000 people, which is, holy cow. I never would have imagined in a million years. It's crazy. Okay, so here are the rules, especially for me on this end. Here are the rules for this contest. The question I'm going to give you has 3 answers. These 3 answers need to be given in one comment, not one here, one below, and then because I can't sit here and scroll back and forth and keep track of what everybody said for the 3 different answers. That's all there is to it. So I need them all in one line. That's all there is to it. So I think we're about ready. And Corey, by the way, I know you're watching. I owe you the shirt. You've got it raring to go. You were the winner of the last giveaway, so I haven't forgotten about you. So I don't want you to think that I did. So here is the question. 2 of these might be easy. 2 of the 3 might be easy. The third one might be hard. So what? I should have like a drum roll. Am I keeping you guys in suspense? Keep a drum roll. Okay, here's the question. What are the names of my 3 dogs? That's all I'm saying. what are the names of my 3 dogs? And we'll see who answers first correctly. Da 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 da. And we're waiting. Everybody's like, what? I didn't know he was going to ask that. I thought it was like how many podcasts or YouTube videos or anything like that. But there's like some stump faces, because usually when remember these last times I was asking numbers and all these people were, Yasmin, bingo, first answer. You got it. Wow, and Bonnie second. Yasmin, you jumped on it. How awesome is that? Very cool. Now I'm just hoping you can get a day off to spend with us. Jeez, and you even spelled every single one of them correctly too. That's like extra credit for that. Holy cow. So Yasmin, you can do like a midweek? That would be fantastic. Holy cow. I didn't even know you were on here. So sneaky, stealthy. Wow. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And you guys, we're going to put up, I think I'm working on getting a shop page on our website too, in case there's anything that we have that you guys need or anything along those lines. We have a whole bunch of trucker hats and shirts and that kind of thing. So that'll be hopefully at some point in the upcoming months. But you guys, that's pretty much it for tonight. I will tell you that I'm hoping you're keeping up with the YouTube stuff. I've been doing a lot of vlogs here, just my experiences from last week. It's like the morning after was my video from the previous day, and turned those into podcasts. If you guys aren't YouTube watchers, obviously podcasts are great because you can just listen to them while you're driving. And I've got like the great sit down with Linn coming this week as well. And I'm also taping later in the week with a gentleman from South Carolina, and hopefully I was supposed to tape today with another trainer I know in Portland, Oregon, but I had some audio issues, and that was a complete bummer. It was so frustrating. But anyways, so I got a lot of stuff kind of coming in the hopper, and a lot of practice and a lot of dogs, and just kind of keep your eye out. You guys can just click off your notifications so you know when we go live during the week with the daycare group or whatever we've got going on. But I'm thrilled. I'm happy. I'm excited to get back to my roots of working with the dogs the way I originally wanted to, and I'm so happy to be able to help in this manner. So it's like a breath of fresh air. It really is. It really is. So you guys have a wonderful night. As always, I'm here if you need anything, so please do not ever hesitate. My messages were blowing up in the last week, so please forgive me for everybody. I couldn't get to them in a timely manner as much as I could because my brain was focusing on learning from Linn, and obviously that had to be done. But I'm excited. I can't, I'm just like, wow, man. I start to stammer and stutter because I'm just like, I got what I needed and I got what I wanted. So you guys have a wonderful Monday night. Have a great rest of the week. My challenge for you this week is to take an entire day and just listen to your instincts for every decision that you have to make or every single thing that you have to do. Just once. And I would love to hear your feedback, whether you message it to me, whether you scream it to the world, whether you put it on the Facebook page here under a certain comment. I don't care. I just would like to hear what it was like for you and what your experience was. I try to do it every day. I get sidetracked. You bring yourself back to it. But in the end, I think we're going to be better people because of it. So you guys have a wonderful Monday night and have a great week.